Do you know where your meat comes from? Studies show that 48% of Americans don't know or they don't care to know. It's estimated that 78% of beef labeled as being from the US actually comes from outside of the country. You don't know how these animals are raised, and you don't know how they're treated. Unless you know where your meat comes from. Unless you buy from a small farm. Rockabilly Farms is a small all-animal farm situated in Hillsborough, North Carolina. It's owned by Chef Deb and former food consultant Annie. Together, they moved from New York City to chase their dream of spending more time outside together, doing something they love and feel good about. If you ever take a chance to visit the farm, you'll first be greeted by Pearl, the guardian donkey of Rockabilly. You may also run into the chickens that occasionally roam the farm, and you'll definitely meet Luigi. Little Luigi here was born on another farm who couldn't provide for him, so Deb and Annie took him in, and they've been bottle feeding him ever since. This year, Deb and Annie named every lamb with an L. They've been rotating through the alphabet instead of using numbers to identify their animals. When asked why, Deb explained that
names are like pass keys, right? And they unlock this part of our brain, our empathy part in our brain. In a single moment, you're capable of transforming either a stranger or an animal into someone or something deserving our decency. So to me, by naming them, that's exactly what it does. It creates this bond that we have empathy now for this animal, and we will care and love this animal, although its ultimate, reason for living will be consumption. They understand and feel the love and the empathies we've given them throughout their life to that point.
eventually, though, most animals end up leaving the farm. Whether they're sold or processed, for most, the farm is not the place where they're meant to stay. For animals they do choose to kill, Deb and Annie take all of their animals to a halal butcher. She said that this is because
So for the halal butchers, like I said, that there's a prayer, but the main Muslims have 3 tenets that they like to follow, and there's a code of cleanliness, integrity, and restraint. And that means a lot to me because we feel the same, that you can visit a lot of farms, but cleanliness for us is like the utmost. They're farm animals, but they deserve, as you've cleaned our stalls, like they deserve fresh water, fresh food, a clean environment. And then with the integrity, we treat them, their lives are very important to us. And then the restraint, we're not just processing a lot with no restraint. My point, like when we need it, we process them. There's no waste.
the intentional choices that Deb and Annie make really do make a difference in the lives of their animals. And they're aware of this. They also know that the love and compassion they show for their animals plays a large factor in the importance of knowing where your meat comes from. Annie said that,
we put a lot of time, energy, care, and love. I mean, this morning, the lambs are all like, hey, how are you? Good morning.
Happy to see her.
They know that they haven't seen me in a few days. So to me, it's important that you understand what all goes into what's sitting on your plate. It's not just going to the grocery store, picking out something from the case, and then going home and preparing it. Yeah.
If people can't fathom or relate that, why we eat meat or why we raise and then process our own, I think that that's being detached completely. And I'm okay, with their opinion. But I personally feel that if you can't do that, you can't handle that, then maybe you shouldn't eat meat at all, period. A lot of Americans have been trained to not make that connection with real food. And so they don't care. And that's why manufacturers, large manufacturing, agro farms are winning in terms of, keeping people in the dark and just seeing this piece of flesh, but not putting a face to that. So, if you can't handle it, then maybe not eat meat, period. Choose who you want to support. If they are such great animal lovers, then you should love the life an animal leads prior to getting on your plate. So, yeah.